This week,
So when you look on no, so calling the meeting to order at 4:07, 4:07 p.m. So I'm doing roll call, for performance. It's supposed to be online, but I don't know if you have students or not. For your study and universe, so down to the meeting. Okay, we go for the position, I will fund it, I will we will say now we want to try and we will not wait for one reason. We will see anyone. Now we now we will in all of the daily. Some tsunami, police tsunami, we got to go down there and
Oh,
Mission. The mission is to prepare each student for college with an enhanced knowledge of the Ojibwe language, cultural leadership, and environmental stewardship. Vision. The Endazhi-Nitaawiging vision is to create confident leaders grounded in their true inherent identities and to ensure that they are academically, socially, and spiritually prepared to positively change the community forward.
Moving on to number 5, agenda approval. Approve the agenda for the special board meeting agenda for April 9th, 2026 as presented.
so tough, because I don't know if it's not. I thought that statute, gives me that specific wording in that. And I know some of that stuff is sensitive, but at the same time, I kind of feel like he's going in unprepared. And I don't at least have an idea of what they're discussing. That makes sense?
So I called a special meeting to get the information for the investigation.
I think this is something that was tabled before, that we voted to table on it, and we didn't.
So what it is,
And I'm okay with that, so, but I don't think that should have been included on the agenda, so that, yeah, I know going in, but to feel unprepared,
Was it
you know what I mean?
in the email?
No,
So the only thing I would know is that the agenda was made and then it's closed. I don't have any other information. But the board received it. Did you get it on your email?
my phone is dead. I didn't get enough for charge for you.
Yeah, I don't. I will motion for the agenda so that we can discuss further into what is going. Or question.
so your motion now, is your motion to approve the agenda as is, or your motion to open it up for discussion?
Okay.
So that's my biggest point, I guess, is that I don't have any information on what it is that we're going to be discussing or ultimately voting on. And I feel like, like the biggest thing that is going on in the school is that things are being done in a way that requires things to be fixed later on. And it's kind of disorganized. So if I don't have information on what I'm going to be making a decision on, then I can't make the best decision that I need to be making. That makes sense.
Yeah, well, so this part here is just to approve the agenda, and the only thing on the agenda is our consideration of this allegation. So if you'd like to move forward so we can further discuss that, we can. Or do you want something added to it? So right now, we're just looking at the agenda, not specifically what's in the discussion.
Yeah, I don't know, because the one thing that's on there is just going into a closed meeting. It doesn't have anything on there about any type of
So the closed,
action that'll be taken.
so the closed meeting that requested was to review the lead of the executive director, even failure and failure. So that's what this is about, this is about.
To discuss it, but then if we're going to go into a vote on that, it has to be in an open session, no?
No.
Because it's personnel actions.
So I have a letter that I do want to put on record.
Okay,
So, dear members of the board, there's been a breach of confidentiality and unauthorized data access. It has been established that Rochelle Johnson, an administrative employee, has been granted access to confidential complaints and personal documents regarding this matter. As an employee, Rochelle Johnson reports to the executive director. She is not a member of the board. She does not hold ex officio status, and she has no authority to act in board level personal matters. Granting a subordinate employee access to sensitive files concerning their superiors or colleagues is a severe breach of internal controls and Minnesota Government Data Practices Act. This is the unauthorized access exposes the organization to a significant legal liability and sets a dangerous precedent for data security. Formal objection in the presence of an unauthorized persons, Rochelle has documented familial relationship with a possible complainant. Due to this conflict, Rochelle should take no part in this matter as she is too closely connected to the outcome of any matter concerning Nathaniel Taylor. To preserve the fairness, it is imperative that Rochelle Johnson be disallowed to participate in any further actions. Rochelle's presence of the coordinating of board meetings, planning, and putting packets and materials together for the board members introduces a bias and conflict of interest that taints the board's neutrality. Request for proper legal due process. This matter impacts professional standing and livelihood of Nathaniel Taylor. Due process is a requirement to ensure all rights are protected. The desire to move quickly and rush decision making would only harm Nate Taylor's irreparability. Proceeding with any discussion, including any motion for administrative leave without allowing Nathaniel Taylor to have counsel present, is a violation of fundamental fairness. Sovereignty. All business operating on the Red Lake Indian Reservation must comply with local laws for business licensing, including legal representatives. Sometimes these matters take longer because the tribal counselor who licenses attorneys do so at monthly council meetings. Therefore, these matters must be paused to respect all local laws. The closing demand: to protect Endazhi-Nitaawiging from future litigation and to respect the authority of the Red Lake tribal laws, I request that the board exclude Rochelle Johnson immediately from all board meetings that pertain to this matter, including the coordination and communication to board members. Table all motions regarding administrative leave or employment status until proper legal counsel can be secured by Red Lake tribal laws. Enter this statement into the official minutes to preserve the record. Miigwech.
Miigwech, Nate, can you forward your letter to me, Nate?
Without a doubt, yes.
And to Angel, please, too.
No, she said she received it this morning.
Oh, she did.
No.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you, Barney.
No, yeah, I want it.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I received it this morning. I was like, oh, okay.
So Nate, just to be on clarification, I've been speaking with Beth from Oscar Weil, and this is where this is coming, this decision is where it's coming from. So with you being on an investigation with the allegations presented,
Yeah.
she said it would be
Well-
the best interest of the school in regards to the investigation that you either be placed, that you be placed on leave. So our discussion is even if it represents paid or unpaid leave.
Well, I can't respond until I have legal counsel.
Okay. And just kind of responding to the legality of it, we did get consultation from. Red Lake Community Department.
You go on admin.
So there, I don't see on the agenda the motion for me to go on admin leave. I don't see that anywhere on the agenda.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that after we came on in discussion.
I think if it's gonna be on there, we have to add it now. That's why we're approving the agreement.
That
Sorry.
you can't add to special meetings. It's in the bylaws. And the statute.
I think for the bylaws and such, we will be the first time of it. I thought this about. Nine. Yeah, I forgot, had to put certain things. And I'd also like it on record, since this was brought up, that, Rochelle is not an employee of Charter-Nitaawiging. Her contract was through the tribe to assist the school board. That's specifically what her job is.
That's not.
Was created to assist the school board because she had resigned from being under. Maybe supervision.
Well, who's supervision is she under?
The private council.
Tribal council? Who's that's her contract?
Right.
I don't know. I thought she was under a contract that was signed by them. Said she employed for the school.
That was previously before she resigned.
She was like that.
She signed a employment agreement with the charter school. We have documentation of that.
Nate, how long was that contract for?
I don't know. That's the one between. Are you talking about the one where you and Joe Plummer, or you signed the one you signed at Joe Plummer? That
Yeah.
contract, or the one prior?
The one prior, the one we talked about.
The one prior expired as of January,
And that's the one with the first.
June. I'm sorry.
June of 2026 and 2025.
Yep, 2025 or 2026. Sorry.
Is it that the one?
There was the original one, that she was working on. And then I was looking on
Yeah, the one that she signed February 3rd. I guess the early rookie signed March 23rd. Sounds like she is an employee of Endazhi-Nitaawiging.
I'm gonna see the actual contract, I was, my discussion. Was fine.
There's a whole lot of different conflicts going on. That's one of the reasons why I think it's very imperative to make sure that we have our agenda set. And that they have the information before we even try to really get into being set and eat, and make sure that they prepare as we set out. They don't have all these programs.
Well, agendas are usually set by the chair and the head. That's what's the.
Yeah, and that's fine, but I mean, you know, if I'm a teacher, that there's no way for me to try to voice concerns of staff members. If I don't have an opportunity to put something on an agenda. And
Yeah, well, if you want to, so, that's, I'm just saying that's what.
then just to making decisions. I like to be a little bit, just a little bit, and when you think about them before I make a decision.
Well, you're walking into a lot.
Well,
A lot of different, and we did too,
just,
and it's like, it's been an ongoing
it's just.
new curveball every other.
Bam. Yeah.
I went back to the on the big board. On the feed. All the stuff is starting to pop up and it's like, hey, now you. What do we do? I kept asking myself, why did I get myself into? You know, because I love the school and I love what the school stands for. You know, that's why I stepped into this. But I didn't realize it was that. When I was sitting there trying to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still on the agenda approval. Are we not approving the agenda? Or do you want to clarify if we can add those items you have? But if we're gonna add them, we have to do it now. But if it's against our policies, then we can't. We would have to do something like this.
I'd recommend looking at the statute. Look at the statute about adding.
All right, thank you. We're discussing.
It's like we're being table again, you know, the reason why I was trying to get this done is because we're getting. Inefficiency in the hospital. Based on the allegation, based on the investigation. Because the executive director is still Because it's a procedure. So it's like, this is the second thing. There's probably especially when we try to give them clarification is what the board sees that there's.
So like a special board meeting needs 3 days notice, but an emergency board meeting. Okay, sorry. So do we table this and do an emergency tomorrow? So that we can get all of these things in order. My stance is still the same as the last one, if we just can't keep pushing it up.
Well, I mean, I don't think that it's something that we continue to keep pushing off. But at the same time, it's not going to do service any purpose if we go through and get ourselves in even more trouble because we didn't do it correctly. I don't know if I would have to look in there further to see if that is something that you can do on an emergency. I couldn't find an emergency meeting criteria in the bylaws when I was kind of skimmed through it. I did find a special, and that's what it was, it was a 3-day notice, but I didn't find an emergency, so I don't know if that was just referencing like Minnesota statute pertaining to emergency. Or if they're actually, or if they do have.
Was that something that we have time for us to do this?
Yes, I'll have to payment.
Yeah, because I didn't see it in the bylaws that really need to emergency reasons. I don't know if that's going to. That's going to change things. One thing that I'm suggesting, I think the main leader, we should put it on the agenda.
So we got to
I think that's how they've had it before, was that there was a motion to close, a motion to open, and then a motion
Yeah.
to summarize and
Do
vote
that,
on
yeah,
what
for the
happened.
action coming out of that.
Because
Is that way,
It
it's
has to
not
be.
open discussing that.
the discussion on the personnel stuff is confidential,
Yep,
but the actions and the reasoning why are supposed to be.
open.
But I mean, like. I guess I'll have to look into it, but. I don't see why we are not able, if in other meetings we're able to. Yeah, I guess the special has to be this, right? Well, but you said you found the special stuff, but no.
Oh, special, yeah, definitely.
Did you read something in there about adding items to the agenda? It has to be like specific to what the special is called, correct?
Yeah, but 3 days notice. But the emergency, that's nice. Didn't find that one. You said to, I don't know, Michelle simply.
My phone.
When you're in the great place, I'm with you.
Because I can't look at it. I have to buy one.
What does the notice say? The special
When
board.
you understand things, it just is what you mean. It's just a kind of thing to call.
This is what I was told about, so that's why I'm confused.
So, yeah, I'm meeting, a special meeting is generally related to the business, or what it was called, designed to handle urgent items only.
Yeah, and it has to be posted what it's about. That's what I'm thinking.
So
Like usually when there's a notice for a special, it states on there what the special is for.
did it not?
That's what I'm asking.
It says on, well, this has the,
Just
a
a
board
date.
meeting on, it, and then they can find that.
Well, she put the Minnesota statute.
yeah,
that
But I think the
references-
statute is what was in relation to the closed portion of the agenda,
But
but
and this
not,
was from what you guys tabled on March 27th, correct?
oh, is that in the minutes then? That this meeting was speaking to that? Do you have the minutes or do you have the minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's in the minutes, they're not the minutes. People, it's very special. I don't think it's added, it's amended to into that. Because that's what it states in the minute, that it was tabled for a special in regards to.
everybody's stated in the notice statute, you know, when
Okay.
And you did it from March, sure, I did.
But we were waiting for the proposals to be released. That's what. So not the proposal until we really find the law for mentioning this issue. So it was tabled with that specific.
That's when there's Walker.
It would have been the meeting before that.
Yep, and then in the last meeting, the one that we just had last week, there was a years back to take within the next 10 days from the 27th.
Well, she found the notes that stated why we played it.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah, and then that's the next one, so you guys had to make a decision within the next 10 days from the 27th of the. We'll never. No, don't we go stuff. Like, you really talked about having this meeting.
So we were holding off, we tabled the leave pending the proposals, we picked the proposal, that's what this special is for.
Yeah.
So we just need this, not to add it, but to amend it because it wasn't on there. So it's not that it wasn't set up to have that vote, it's just the vote wasn't put on the agenda. We need to make sure that it's recorded in that manner. But this we wouldn't be able to do today. This is part of it.
Or are we still gonna move forward with that, or are we gonna wait until we proceed to make the point?
I motion to approve the agenda with that. Amendment on there. So. Sermons, right, usually you go into the motion to go in, motion to go out, and then the summary and the vote have to take place publicly. So I just want that to reflect that the vote is taking place.
Can you repeat that? Are you altering the agenda then?
We are not altering the agenda,
Okay,
we're specifying what the agenda.
Okay,
This
thank
special
you.
meeting is for, because it is in our previous minutes that this is what the meeting was called for.
thank you. It's just a little hard to hear, that's all.
Sorry, thank you.
We have a motion by the to the agenda. And amend.
Because we can't add to it.
So the motion by the approve the agenda. And check. And then the agenda.
To report them. To report them. Basically. Sort of be like this, the way this thing. Yep, and then see, then you made a meeting, yeah, okay, like that. So that's on, the purpose of the meeting didn't change. The process of the agenda.
That's gonna be 6.
C. Yeah. No business shall transact except with anything that's called for.
Vote not wait.
The vote 20 seconds. And the 15. So I'm gonna take a vote to, with the motion to vote on the beginning of the agenda. And you see it's really long.
Yes.
And you get on your
No,
moving on to small business. We need motion to go into closed meeting under statute, Florida statute, 1505. Subdivision two or the preliminary consideration of validations of charges against the individual subject to the joint authority. Awesome.
Since we're supposed to, allow the investigator to disclose the allegations and charges. Do we have, but I know like, what that probably expect, what is it?
for sure.
So this feel. So he is, will he be part of the closed session?
So that's why I have a question that we probably going to use with the ask to, I mean, play with that and how we get to the content.
Well, his legal counsel will be like the investigator, and we're just making a decision. We're not trying to. So isn't that on your evaluation? And then on the board. That was. So that will be. An investigation. I'm trying to remember how. That will be received. And I'm pretty sure she's like, we're not supposed to do all the information. I really investigating it. Yeah, that's why.
Or maybe, that's.
And then that's up to you, because you're the one who invites it. And that's.
It's take for me to say it.
So I know that's your call, because in a full session, you get to. That first thing is allowed. If you allow it. So that was my question.
But my thinking is that we're not supposed to be even discussing anything with. Only the investigator can do that. So I would really hope that. we can do this.
So then it'll be called.
Yeah.
Oh. That's one thing we want to clarify.
Any more discussion? We hope. We promise to experience. Yes. So, yeah. And then, yes, something. Motion to close. So that's for. You.
No, that's 3 to 1 or 3 actually with 1.
So we motion to close, session,
Like, this is supposed to be. No, we're closed, This is just come out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, so it's just
Yeah.
gotta be-
You want to have one.
But I think we should, what time is it, 5:50, 4:52? That should be.
Or 15, you're going to pull, so we're gonna put in that last, yeah. So, and we're gonna pull that out. Right, you know, yep.
Thank you. Angie. Yep.